Hey YouTube. Alright, as promised, we're going to shoot some 9mm and some powder coated 9mm rounds. And we're going to shoot them at the Dueling tree today. I don't know, many of you have already heard of a dueling tree and know what a dueling tree is. So what we're going to do is we're going to load some 9mm rounds. This is what it looks like before they're powder coated. Alright, 9mm, they're 124 grain tumble lube 9mm rounds out of a Lee mold. And when you powder coat them, I have a lot of different colors here because I've done a lot of experimentation, we should say, with different colors like that, and that's what they look like after they're powder coated. And I'll do a video on powder coating. I have some. I got to make some more 9mm rounds pretty soon, so I'm going to be doing a video on that, and I'll show you my style. I got a couple different ways I do it, and there's a new way that I've not heard of, from anyone else, and I'll show you. It just kind of cuts a step out. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and load up some of these on the Lee Loadmaster, and you'll get to see how it runs. I pretty much have it set up right now to get going, so it won't be a whole lot of time doing that. But I'm gonna load these rascals right here. These are some rounds that were left over, some different powders that were left over from experimenting, and these are some kind of hot pink or something. It's pretty wild. But anyway, the dueling tree will not care what we hit it with, so we're just going to shoot that dueling tree. So let's load up some of these, and before we do, I have this thing pretty much set up. What I do is I usually I just spray a little bit of lube in a plastic bag and shake it around, and then this is a collator. And you just throw them in like that and shake it, and the rounds actually fall right side up, and it works pretty darn good. Rarely do I have a one that turned upside down. So that's that. That's loaded, and I've got I'm using Hodgdon 700X, high score 700X. Very good, versatile powder. It's a shotgun powder for just plinking ammo. Works really good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing another video pretty soon on shooting an AR with using pistol powders. That's going to be really interesting because a lot of people don't know that that pistol powders are capable of that. But it'll just be a way that you can still shoot your AR when you run out of rifle powder, and I'll show you that in another video. So I've already filled this up with that's enough in there for what we're doing today. And so let me move you over here, and then we're gonna we'll load some of these. Okay. Here we go. I've got primers in the primer tray, powder in the powder keg, and I've got bullets lined up inside of this bullet feeder. Okay? And what that does is every time you pull this handle, the bullet feeder goes out and it catches it'll set that bullet right on top of the case when it goes into the die. So what I have here is the decapping die. This is a resizing the case and it'll also prime on that stage, put a primer in the case, and charge the case with powder, seat the bullet, and the factory crimp die will actually resize the case again and put a factory crimp, just like it says, just like you would think. So here we go. Let's see how she runs. She usually runs pretty good. Every once in a while I get a little hiccup. But this thing has done me right. I've made thousands of rounds on it. Works great. I love it. So here we go. We're putting a bullet on the first one as soon as I pull the handle. Okay, there it is. Right in there. And I got the next one going. And this is going to be the first round done. Boom, right in the case. There we go. Hot pink. You ladies will love that. Alright. That's the first round done. That's going to hit the dueling tree. We're going to shoot it with pretty ammo. Here we go. We're just going to make a little bit. You got to watch everything when you're doing this. You always check your powder charge to make sure it's at the level it's supposed to be. Oh, and there we go. And we just had a glitch. I was hoping that would not happen on video. Mercy. What had happened is it didn't progress around. So what I have to do now is get rid of that bullet that's going to try to feed. Pull the indexing rod out, way out, and spin it, maybe. Spin it by hand to get that round out. And these are the kind of things that happen, you know, and I know that there's going to be some people on YouTube that say only with the Lee Loadmaster. And that's okay. Because I was having a few glitches with it and I didn't get it worked out. But once she gets running, she's running good. Let's see. This is the kind of, right on video. It's live, man. It's live, y'all. That's the kind of thing that happens. So we're going to go on up. Let's see what we got here. All kind of things happen when you're live. There we go. I just had to get it lined back up. That's the kind of thing that happens there. All right. Now we indexed. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hopefully. There we go. We're cruising again. Hopefully it'll get us through before another glitch. round after round, one bullet. It's not as quite as fast as I can shoot them, but you know, that's what you call progress. One 9mm round after the other for very little effort. And I did the same thing. Yep, I just run out of this is what happens when you're on YouTube. But you get the message. I've got more ammo sitting over here. Okay, so I'll let myself run out of cases without spinning that. That's okay. Anyway, here we go. You know, all these cases, always at least I inspect stuff several times as I'm going. You know, I inspect the cases while I'm cleaning them, and then I see them again after I make the bullets, and there we go. So we're gonna shoot these, and I got another big pile. So, really pretty ammunition, right? Look at that. I mean, you know, it's beautiful. So, we're just going to shoot all of that. All right. The only other thing I really wanted to show you on this is I'm using, it's just an empty case. And I was going to show you how much powder goes in it. Catch that last bullet. Looks good. That's my goal, is 3.9. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hold it up. Anyway, 3.9 grains is 3.9 grains of Hodgdon 700X is what I'm using. And the overall length of this bullet, you can see it's not seated quite down, you know, past the groove there. I like them about this length. That's exactly my goal, is 1.125. Okay, so 1.125, and it's dead on. You can't get any better than that. Lee Loadmaster loads good ammunition, and sometimes you run into a little problem like this, and you really got to get it worked out, and once you do, you know, once I get that indexing thing going again, I'll load hundreds before I'll have to make any kind of adjustment. But it's a good press. Anyway, I may do a more detailed review for people who are looking for a press, and a progressive press, and but you can't do everything on them. You have to have single stage presses as well. So let's go and shoot that dueling tree. That's going to be fun. You'll see. Okay, YouTube. We're going to be using the Glock 19. And we're going to shoot that pretty ammo. And that's the dueling tree. misses and all. Oh boy, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. So that's the dueling tree. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And we'll recap. Okay. So now that was fun. So that's a dueling tree. If for you who don't know what a dueling tree is, you know, if you have two people shooting, you have the black and the white, and you get to see, you know, who, you know, I'll shoot my white color around and it turns black on your side, and that's what that's how you win. You know, if you get all of yours over to their side, and so that's a lot of fun. So anyway, that was all fired from the Glock 19. Oh. Well, I guess I pulled it back too far. That was all fired from the Glock 19. And cast lead, and you know, I don't know if you can see that real good, you know, but I don't want to blind you guys, but there it is. Anyway, you know, I've fired thousands of rounds of lead, but it's not cast lead anymore, is it? Is it? Because it's got a jacket on it. It's just a polymer jacket. So there's a polymer jacket on these bullets, and shooting them through the Glock, I really don't know what the problem would be. Okay, but the only thing I can tell you to do is go and whatever Glock tells you to do, because I don't want to be, you know, the guy who creates a problem. But there it is, Glock 19, shooting cast lead bullets, powder coated at the dueling tree, y'all. So next video, definitely going to cast some more 9mm. I'm gonna make a bunch of those. I'll show you, you know, my style, how I do that, and then I'm also going to do a video of shooting the AR-15 using pistol powders, and that's pretty exciting, just knowing that you can do that. I'll show you that. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much, YouTube.